सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदां सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तत्त्वकाञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. So Bhagavad Gita, it is having 18 chapter, and first 6 chapter is also known as Karma Yoga. And middle 6 chapter is known as Bhakti Yoga, and the last 6 chapter is called Jnana Yoga. How by karma, how by bhakti, and how by jnana we can connect to the Supreme Lord. This is the way. And today we are in the Dhyan Yoga. In Dhyan Yoga, the 6 chapters, and Dhyan Yoga, where the Ashtanga Yoga. You have heard about Ashtanga Yoga, right? 8 limb of Ashtanga Yoga. That is first start with Yam, Niyam, then Asan, Pranam, Pratyahar, Dhyan, Dharana, Samadhi. Samadhi is the ultimate, where the yogi is in the perfectional stage and he is able to concentrate his mind in the super soul. Super soul is one of the feature of the Supreme Lord, Paramatma. So already last class Manish Prabhu has Ram Jagannath Das Prabhu has taken. So today we are in the 34th verse. You see 34th verse. Yeah. So last class we discussed that after hearing, so Arjuna was hearing throughout Dhyan Yoga, you could see Arjuna was hearing whatever Lord was speaking. He spoke about Niskam Karma. Niskam Karma means the how one is not attached to the result of his work. So he's called a sannyasi or yogi. And after that, Lord spoke about what you call what is the process of having how one perform the Ashtanga Yoga. What are the steps? Steps. What are the steps like? How he should perform. So I had just noted down. Just I will read down. So many steps has been given. Just I will tell. It start from verse number 6.10. I mean 10. 6.10 to 32. To 32. So how the Lord is speaking. How the one should perform the Ashtanga Yoga. So Lord spoke that one should live in a secluded place. Secluded, you understand? Secluded means there should not be any disturbance from other. There should be in such a place that there is no disturbance from the other. And he should control his mind, and he should lay kusa grass on the ground, and he should cover the kusa grass with deer skin. Deer skin. Deer, you understand? Deer skin, and so with the subcloth, the seat should not be too high so that he will fall down, but it should not be too low. And he should practice the yoga. And how he should sit? He should hold his body, neck, and head in erect, in straight line, and he should stare steadily at the tip of the nose. There are different processes Lord spoke up to 32 verse. So after Arjuna heard this, whatever Lord was speaking, so he told in the previous verse in 33, you just see 33. Then read the translation. This night then be from like Ankit Prabhu will read. He read the translation of 6.33.
Arjuna said, O Madhusudana, the system of yoga which you have summarized appears impractical and unendurable to me, for the mind is restless and unsteady.
Yeah, God. So Arjuna, after hearing whatever Lord spoke, like I spoke some of the step I spoke, then again Lord told that he should be a brahmachari. There is he should not be engaged in any affair. He should be a proper brahmachari. So after hearing this, so Arjuna spoke his heart. Yeah, what he spoke? Oh Madhusudana. Madhusudana means one of the Lord's name. Why his name is Madhusudana? Because he, yeah, you can, Madhusudana. Yeah, he'll speak. My yeah.
Yeah. So, Lord's name is Madhusudan because he killed demon Madhu.
Yeah, thank you. He killed demon Madhu. So Arjuna said that, oh Madhusudana, the system of the yoga which you have summarized. He summarized. I told that from 6.10 to up to 32 he is speaking. You should have summarized appear impractical, not practical. जैसे बोलते हैं ना something if speak to somebody then he will told not is not practical for me to do. So it's really impractical and unendurable to me. Yes, and why for the why it is not practical for me? Because the mind is restless. Like here, if you see, I have written some of the verses that God is speaking. Then you should control your mind. Many of the verses, in some verses, is telling that unagitated mind. So Arjuna is speaking in his heart. Is telling that the mind is restless. Restless, you should understand. Restless means it will not able to stay in particular place. Always swinging, always swinging. There is no, is not able to fix a particular point. Always swinging and unsteady. Unsteady also one in the same meaning. Unsteady, unsteady. Yeah, unsteady. So again, Arjuna is speaking. The 34th verse. So we'll read that. So just I will start with the verse and you can again repeat. Yeah, welcome, Samana. Chanchalam hi manha Krishna pramathi balavat dridam तस्याहं निग्रहं मन्ये वायो इव सुदुष्करम. Yeah, you can read.
चंचलं हि मनः कृष्ण प्रमादि बलभद्रडं तस्याहं निग्रहं मन्ये वायोरिव सुदुष्करम्.
You can Sumit, you can try. Other also you can try.
चंचलं हि मनः कृष्ण प्रमादि बलभद्रडं
तस्याहं
निग्रहं मन्ये वायोरिव सुदुष्करम्.
Yeah, any other you can try.
चञ्चलं हि मनः कृष्ण प्रमाथि वल्लभभ्यं तस्याहं निर्गहं मन्ये वायोरिव सुदुष्करम्.
Duskaram. Thank you. So we'll read the word to word meaning of word to word meaning. Chanchalam. Chanchalam means flickering. Flickering, you understand? Flickering means not able to focus in a particular point, a particular thing. Chanchalam, flickering. Then he means certainly. He समझते हैं ये का मतलब होता है कि he means it is, but it is sure. It is sure. He means sure. Many places, if you see Bhagavad, he has been mentioned. Mana means mind. Everyone knows. Krishna, oh Krishna. Pramathi, agitating. Agitating also not fixed. It is always moving here and there, agitating. Agitation, you know, agitation. Agitation. घोलना agitation बोलते हैं. Agitation. Then Balavat means strong. Dridham, obstinate. Dridham, obstinate means in Hindi I read that this is what you call jiddi. Obstinate means jiddi. मतलब it's not able to change. That is, it cannot change. No change. What's the obstinate? मतलब so we speak sometimes that boy is very obstinate. That girl is very obstinate. The child is very obstinate. Doesn't listen. He doesn't want to change. So mine also. Then obstinate. Then tasya means it's aham, I, nigraham, subduing. Subduing means able to lessen मतलब कम करना. Subduing मतलब पावर को कम करना. Subdue जैसे कि सब आप किसी चीज को subdue, if you want to subdue something, you are lessening his power. Subdue means decreasing his power. Then manya means think. Manya manna होता है manna manya think. Bio of the wing, bio everyone knows. Eva like. Suduskaram difficult. Suduskaram difficult. So the translation is like this. For the mind is restless. Mind is restless. Everyone knows restless mind means will not fix on particular thing. It will always here and there, here this thought and that thought. Restless. Then turbulent here it is coming from pramati, agitating. Pramati. Turbulent means also violent, very violent. Then obstinate, we discussed that very much. Not it doesn't want to change. Whatever conception it has, whatever thoughts it has, it doesn't want to change. Like example, I give a small child. Obstinate and very strong. Not strong, very strong. Mind is very strong. Oh Krishna, and to subdue it, I think is more difficult than controlling the wind. So to subdue means to reduce its power, is to control it. I think it's more difficult than controlling the wind. So Arjuna has that capacity. He has that power, so that he can even control the wind also by his arrow. I heard that that by his arrow he can make a wall, so that he can reduce the what you call movement of wind also. He has that capacity. It's more difficult than controlling the wind. Therefore, the mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, and very strong. Oh Krishna, and to subdue it, I think more difficult than controlling the wind. So Lord told, you have to control your mind in Ashtanga Yoga. So Arjuna is speaking his heart that this is very difficult for me, and he is giving the reason also. So we'll know more about this particular verse from the purport of Srila Prabhupada. The mind is so strong and obstinate that it sometimes overcomes the intelligence. The mind is so strong, very strong, and obstinate. As I told, obstinate means jiddi, or jiddi means it is difficult to change. Yeah, stubborn also. Yeah, one of the synonym of obstinate is stubborn. Is very stubborn. Like sometimes the teacher also tells that the student is very stubborn. He doesn't want to listen to me. Very stubborn. Although the mind is that it sometimes overcome the intelligence. So we'll study what is the level in verse number 3.42. Just I will read 3.42. What is the level? How the gross body and subtle body ends. 3.42. Yeah. So verse says like this: the working senses are super. The slok is like Indriyani parani ahur indriyabhya param mana manastastu para buddhir yo buddhe parastatu sa. The working senses are superior to dull matter. Dull matter, you understand? Dull matter means matter, like our material, whatever matter. The working senses are superior to the dull matter. And mind is higher than the senses. Mind is higher than the senses. Then intelligence is still higher than the mind. So intelligence has that power to discriminate what is wrong or what is right. And the soul is even higher than the intelligence. So this is the level. So like we are now in the 6.34. That's Srila Prabhupada is telling that mind is supposed to. Please go to that verse particularly. Report. The mind is so strong and obstinate that it sometimes overcomes the intelligence. For us, not sometimes, every time. Our mind is dominating. So, as we saw the progress from the dull matter, you understand? From sense object, then the dull matter is not living easily. Then dull matter, then higher than senses are higher than that senses. Then again, mind is the director of the senses, and then intelligence is directing the mind, and above the intelligence is the soul. In between, false ego is also there. False ego, we'll see that one also. Sometimes overcome the intelligence. So for our case, every time our mind overcomes our intelligence, isn't it? Whatever, sometimes we know that we should not do this, but we end up with doing the wrong thing only. And like sometimes what happens, you have you are thinking that I should not be angry on somebody, I should not see that particular thing, I don't want to test that particular thing, but still mind is so strong that it will force you to do that particular thing. Although the mind is supposed to be subservient to the intelligence, but as you read the superiority, how mind should be subservient to the intelligence. It should be lower than the power of intelligence. Then again, further, for a man in the practical world who has to fight so many opposing elements, practical world means the world we are now living, the material world or practical world, who has to fight with so many opposing elements, it is certainly very difficult. Not difficult. You see the body, very difficult to control the mind. Like the way we are living day-to-day life, for us it is very difficult to control the mind. Further, artificially, one may establish a mental equilibrium towards both friend and enemy. Sometimes we also pose ourselves that we behave, we try to behave similarly with friend and enemy artificially, really, but it is not possible. In reality, it is not possible because we are not in equal condition. Because we are in the mental level. Mental level means what? If somebody is listening to you, then we are more inclined to him. If somebody is not listening, that is called, what is that is called? Yeah. If somebody is favorable to you, then you will you will be more lenient to him. You will be more favorable to him. It is yes, Manam Jagannath Das Prabhu. What is that is called, Prabhu? What is that terminology? Yes, welcome, Sanika. Welcome. You can come this side. That is I'm not able to remember. Okay, and we'll come with we can see that. Then so it is not possible to have a equality in the state of mental state. Right? You cannot have equality. You cannot see everybody equally. Like in teaching also, if you see, when we go for some teaching also in the classes, those who are somewhat inclined, they will be giving answer, we are more inclined to them. But those who are not giving answer or everything, you will think that, okay, let him do whatever he wants. We are not focused on that particular person. It happened naturally also. So in one of the class, I remember. So I wanted to give some concept. So I think Sumit was there. So it was like some practical oriented classes. So, but I tried to ask everybody. Some of them they understood. Some of them when I asked them, did you understand? They told yes. When I asked how does it happen, can you explain me? They could not. That means that they are not able to understand. So it took so much time. I mean, there was a very small concept. I think Smith was there. Very small concept, but it took so much time to make each and everyone understand that particular concept. Very small, very small. In microbiology, we study that. So, but it will become very difficult. Naturally, we cannot become. Artificially, it can happen that you are having equal thoughts for everybody, equality. But in normal condition, it is not possible. It is artificial. It is artificial. So those like if you see in practical world also, if somebody is thinking, somebody is behaving like equally also, it's not possible. You should understand that. You should understand that not possible. So Prabhupada is giving the fact that artificiality, artificial, artificial. If those who are in the not in the what you call Krishna consciousness or what you serving the Lord, in that stage we are not above the mental level. They cannot have this equality. They cannot have this equality. So further, but ultimately no worldly man can do, yeah, do so. Worldly man means normally we are called worldly men. But this is more difficult than controlling the raging wind. So it is more difficult than controlling the raging wind. We cannot control the wind. Can we control the wind? No. Arjuna was able to. He was having that power to control the wind, movement of wind. I told him that he has that capacity that he can block the movement of wind by his arrow. He can make a wall of that, and he can. But we don't have. But he's telling that I cannot control the mind. But we so-called yoga system that propagating that you can control your mind by this Ashtanga yoga. But if one can properly, but they are not properly practicing what they are doing. We are doing some asanas and pranayam, and we are thinking that we have performed yoga. That is not the yoga actually. We studied that now. The yoga procedure we studied. We should have a place where there is no disturbances. You should sit straightly with your head, neck, and erectly, and you have to focus your eyes in the nose. You should be brahmachari, and many other, like you should have place a kusa grass, about that in a cloth, deer skin. Who is able to do that? Not possible. So Arjuna is speaking his heart. Arjuna is actually speaking on behalf of us. On behalf of us, he's representing us. Not possible. Yoga system for this is in previous verses also we studied that. So further we'll study that. In the Vedic literature, we are in the 6.34, Sonika, 6.34. So in the first part, in the Vedic literature, the Katha Upanishad. So there are many Upanishads. How many Upanishads are there? 108 Upanishads are there. Then in one of the Upanishads is called Katha Upanishad, and the verse number is 1.3.3 to 4. It is said, Atmanam Rathinam Vidhi Sariram Ratham Evacha Buddhim tu Sarathim Vidhi Manha Pragarham Evacha Indriyani Hayan Ahur Visayam Tesu Gocharan Atmendriya Mano Yuktam भोक्ते आहुर मनीष सिन्हा. हम लोग तो डिफिकल्ट है समझना, पर हम लोग प्रभुपाद जी के एक्सप्लेनेशन से समझेंगे. We'll try to understand from the explanation of Srila Prabhupada. You see the explanation. The individual is the passenger in the car of material body. You understand? Material body is like a car, vehicle. And we are individual means what? What is individual? What is soul is the individual. Yeah. Here we are referring to the soul. Soul is the passenger in the car of material body. So this body is a vehicle. Driver is the soul. And intelligence is the driver. Sorry, intelligence is the driver. And the car is the body. Then mind is the driving instrument. Driving instrument मतलब क्या होता है? तो steering बोल सकते हैं. Yeah, we can. Thank you, Sonika. Steering. So mind is the driving instrument. And the senses are the horses. So Srila Prabhupada has given the example here. Not the verse is speaking about the horses only. The like senses, you understand? Senses, how many senses have we have? 5. No, total we have 10 senses. Yeah, 10 senses, isn't it? How many? 5 working senses. What are the working senses? Yes. Hand, leg, then tongue. No, tongue is not working. Working senses. Yeah, anybody? Manish Prabhu? बताइए working senses. Yeah. So Manish Prabhu told hand, legs, belly, genital. So how many? 4. One more. Yes. Eknath Das Prabhu.
Yeah, it is working, no? So genital anus is the fifth one.
Yeah, okay, yes. One is your hand, leg. Yeah, hand, leg. Then we have belly. And then genital and rectum. Yeah, rectum. Understand? Hand, leg, genital, belly, rectum. Correct, Prabhu? Working?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Thank you. Then what is knowledge acquiring senses? Yeah, that's only please. Mic दे दीजिए उनको. नहीं, हाँ, बता दीजिए, नहीं बताइए. सब लोग सुनेंगे, बाकी लोग भी.
Hare Krishna.
हाँ.
Eyes, nose,
Yeah.
ears, tongue, and skin.
Yeah.
That's senses.
Yeah. Eyes, ear, nose, tongue, and skin, through which we can acquire the knowledge. Isn't it? Okay, thank you. So these senses are the like horses. And the self is thus the enjoyer or sufferer in the association of the mind. So actual enjoyer and sufferer is whom? The self. Self. The association of the mind and senses. So it is understood by great thinker. It is written. So just I will draw your attention to the plates are there in the before the Bhagavad Gita starts. So we have plate number, it is 3. You can just see that plate number 3. Yes, plate number 3 and page number also plate 3. Yeah, plate 3 is this. Yeah, so very graphically it has been picturized. So you see the horses are like senses. Are you able to see? Like some nose, we are able to see some eyes, isn't it? The ear, skin. Then these are the senses. Then after that senses, what we study? Which controlling? Who is having that mind? Rin is the mind. Rin only understand? Lagam is the mind. You got that? These are the mind. This represents the mind. The rin. Then who is the driver? Intelligence is the driver. Yeah. Okay. Then again, who is the just wait.
Soul is the passenger.
Yeah. Soul is the passenger, isn't it? We will go to that. Yeah. The mind is the driving instrument. Yeah. Intelligence the driver, and soul is the passenger. Where is the soul? Last the soul. Yeah. Okay. We'll go further. So intelligence is supposed to direct the mind. Again, Prabhupada is repeating the same statement what he previously told. The intelligence is supposed to direct the mind. So your intelligence should direct your mind. But now in this case, in our case now, is it happening? As are we able to do what we are supposed to do? I mean, not. Many times it is not. Our mind is overpowering the intelligence. Yeah. But the mind is so strong and obstinate that it often overcomes even one's own intelligence. So as you studied. So this has to we have to remember that our mind is not trustworthy. Our intelligence should be very strong. Like acute infection may surpass the efficacy of medicine. So sometimes what happens, if there is so much infection, then even if the same medicine what it should control, but is not able to control because of the infection. So Prabhupada giving an example. Such a strong mind is supposed to be controlled by the practice of yoga. Such a strong mind, we saw that is supposed to be controlled. We saw the nature of the mind: restless, turbulent, obstinate, very strong. It is supposed to be controlled by the practice of yoga. So what is the purpose of yoga? Yeah, to control the senses also, and also ultimately the mind, and focus on the where it should focus. Krishna, one of the form of Lord Krishna, that is super Paramatma. Yeah. But such practice is never practical for a worldly person like Arjuna. So we saw that is not, Arjuna also told in the previous verse, impractical. Worldly person means we are worldly persons, living in the world, we have family, means son, daughter, everyone, father, mother, worldly person we are. Worldly person like Arjuna. Such practice is never practical for worldly persons like Arjuna. And what can we say of modern man? Like we are modern men. It was not possible at that time when Arjuna was there, like in Dwapara Yuga, when things were much, what you call, much favorable to perform the yoga. But now in this condition, there is so much distraction, isn't it? And biggest distraction is our mobile, always with us, always with us. We never leave the mobile. And what can we say of the modern man? The simile is used here is an appropriate. The comparison, one cannot capture the blowing wind. We cannot capture. We don't have. But Arjuna was that having that power to means what you call stop the blowing wind. And it is even more difficult to capture the turbulent mind. Turbulent means very, very violent, very much strong, very agitating. Yeah. But you want to say something? Confused. Yeah, turbulent. Yeah, confused mind. The easiest way to control the mind, as suggested by Lord Chaitanya, is chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, Srila Prabhupada is not stopping here. Like I told in previous session also that whenever Srila Prabhupada writes, he diagnoses the problem and he will give the solution also. He doesn't left like solution क्या होगा फिर अगर if such a thing is happening, like my mind is so strong, my mind is so much obstinate, my mind is restless, then what to do? So Prabhupada is giving that the easiest way to control the mind is suggested by Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Lord Krishna himself, who has come in this age of Kali as a devotee. So that like Lord Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita in Dwapara Yuga, 5,000 years ago, and he told that Sarva Dharmani Parityaja, Mamekam Saranam Braja, Aham Tvam Sarva Papeji, Moksha Sami Masaja. So you just surrender to me, and I will free from you all the sinful reaction, and do not fear. But how to surrender? How to surrender? So we normally believe seeing is believing, isn't it? Like I can also speak and I do not do whatever I am speaking. That is also not like this. Like what you call hypocrisy. Hypocrisy, understand? Hypocrisy क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग उसको? हम कुछ बोल रहे हैं and I am speaking something and I am not doing that. I am not doing that. So Lord Chaitanya came to give the example how we can surrender to the Supreme Lord. So one of the way he has suggested to chant the holy name of the Lord. That we then like Hare Krishna Mahamudra, like we chanted that. And the easiest way to control the mind, as suggested by Lord Chaitanya, is chanting Hare Krishna. So what we have to do? Our mind says, like it will be thinking that how this chanting can control my mind, such a obstinate mind. But it is possible because it is suggested by whom? Lord himself. So in the as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he is Lord himself. As a devotee, he himself also chanted this Mahamantra, chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The great mantra for deliverance in all humility. So क्या बोल रहे हैं? The easiest way to control the mind, as suggested by Lord Chaitanya, is chanting Hare Krishna, the great mantra for deliverance in all humility. So this is great mantra. There are many mantras, isn't it? If you see in the so-called modern society also, there will be so many mantras, like Gayatri mantra will be there. There are so many mantras. But the most powerful mantra is what? The Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So our mind should accept this. Sorry, our intelligence should accept this. Mind will not accept. I was thinking that how can it control? Simply a syllable of 16 word. How it can control? It cannot control. What I have to do? We should give to this out of intelligence. We saw how man can be controlled by intelligence. Not by material intelligence. Not by mental intelligence, spiritual intelligence. So whatever Lord is giving the message of Lord is spiritual intelligence. The intelligence what the scripture is giving. The intelligence what Lord is giving. The intelligence what our Guru is giving. The intelligence what the representative of Lord is giving. That should be our intelligence. Our intelligence should be guided by that, not our own intelligence. So that should be our intelligence. That is called spiritual intelligence. Many in previous in previous verses also, in previous chapter also, when Lord Arjuna was asking that, my Lord, I want to do the duty. I know that I should do the duty, but why I am forced to do the sinful action, sinful duty, sinful act. I don't want to do that, but why? So Lord gave that because it is because of the lust. Lust is anything so much desire to have something. Lust. Lord gave again. He gave not only the problem he gave, but he gave the solution also. By deliberate spiritual intelligence, you can control your lust. And by spiritual knowledge, you can control the lust. There is no other way to control the lust. So here also, what we have to do? We have to feed it to our intelligence. We should make our intelligence to understand this, accept this. That this is the only way I can control the easiest way to control the mind. And why I should not go for this Ashtanga yoga and all? That we heard that because of so many not possible for this age. Why not possible? Then if you want to really control your mind, you should follow whatever Lord has spoke. Like what are the Lord spoke to perform Ashtanga yoga? Mic दे दीजिए समझना है.
तो those are the
Simple.
place जहाँ पे कोई नहीं है.
हाँ.
तो बस
Yeah,
एकांत में जाने
yeah.
पे
Sonika, what others spoke?
क्योंकि उषा ग्लास में बिछा करके
Yeah,
तो उस पे हम बैठ सकते हैं.
Yes.
सीधा बैठ करके बिल्कुल बॉडी को स्ट्रेट करके.
yes, yes. Any other? सुमित और कुछ बोले भगवान what Lord spoke to perform Ashtanga yoga?
पहले तो आप एकांत स्थान पे जाइए.
Yeah, other than what they spoke.
उसके अलावा आप उसका जो होता है भाषण का पिता के ऊपर आप किरण का जो होता है उसको रखिए.
Yes.
अपना जो रीढ़ की हड्डी है उसको और अपने गर्दन और सिर को भी रखिए.
Yeah, yes.
उसके बाद
Yes.
आप अपने हैंड को अपने नासा के अग्र पे केंद्रित कीजिए.
Yes, yes.
उसके
Yeah.
बाद आप अष्टांग योग प्रैक्टिस
कर सकते हैं, पर ये पॉसिबल है नहीं पॉसिबल और भी है. ब्रह्मचर्य पूरा पालन करना होगा. माइंड को मतलब फियरलेस होना चाहिए आपको. बहुत सारे और भी बताए उन्होंने. So that not possible. So this is the reason why we are studying Shastra. We are not blindly following something like somebody tells if you come and perform some meditation, yoga, you can control your mind. Not possible. Why it is not possible? We understood that. Not a sentiment like why people are chanting, this group of people are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We should not be sentiment. We should be based upon what Lord is speaking. That is practical also. If you see practically also, if you analyze, not possible for us. Then further, in all humility. Humility means what? What is humility? Vinamra. Vinamra means what? What's that? Benevolent. Yeah, what is meaning? I mean, yeah, humility. So Lord spoke in Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives 8 sloka where he spoke about the importance of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I mean the significance or the greatness of the Mahamantra. So in one sloka he told that Amanina, that sloka can you say? Trinadapi Sunichena Taror ever Saisnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtanya Sadahari. Taror what is the sloka start? Trinadapi. Trina means grass. Usa grass is Trinadapi Sunichena. Like grass, you should be more tolerant, more tolerant than the blade of grass. Yeah, more humble. Yeah, humble. And Trinadapi Sunichena Taro Reva Sahisnuna, more tolerant than the tree. Do you understand? Tree means there outside you see so much rain, so much heat, so much cold. They are tolerating. You should tolerate that. And Amanina Manadena. Amanina means you do not expect any man, I mean respect from other, and you are always trying to give respect to other. If you are in such a condition, then you can chant the holy name constantly. So here Prabhupada is telling in all humility, you should be humble. So how we can have humility? His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj Ji, he tells that if you chant the holy name, you can have the humility. If you chant the holy name, you can have tolerance also and humility also. The method prescribed is Sabe Mana Krishna Padara Bindu. So Srila Prabhupada is giving the second solution, we can say. Sabe mana Krishna padara bindo bacham se vaikuntha gunanu varnane. So we can go to the, I will speak, the verse I will speak. It is in the 6.18. So every one of you please go to 6.18. We can see what other we have to do. One thing is understood, what you have to do. If you want to control your mind, chant the holy name attentively. So you see there, we don't want to go detail into the sloka. So I just read the translation. King Amrish, first of all, engaged his mind on the lotus feet of the Lord. Lotus feet, you understand? You see the lotus feet. Feet of the Lord is called lotus feet. Charan Kamal. Charan Kamal. Then one after another, he engaged his word in describing the. You are not able to find? Yeah, the translation. We are in the verse 6.18 in the purport in the Srimad Bhagavatam reference after the sloka. So everyone please go to that. So then one after another he engaged his word, our word, na. We understood that one of the senses was tongue. So he engaged his word in describing the transcendental quality of the Lord. So what you have to do with the tongue? You have to quality. We have to glorify the Lord. We have to glorify. Like chanting also glorifying the Lord. Chanting is like glorifying the Lord. Or speaking. Suppose you have some knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, you can speak to your friend. That is also glorifying. Or you know some quality of the Lord, you can glorify. There is so many ways to glorify. His word in describing the transcendental quality of the Lord. Transcendental means the quality, not material quality. And in mopping the temple of the Lord. Hand, you understand? Mopping, you understand? Mopping means पोछा लगाना. जहाँ तक मेरे को नॉलेज है, पोछा लगाना नहीं, mopping ये होता है. Yeah, today is the day of Gundicha Marjan. Gundicha Marjan means what? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he himself, he cleaned the Gundicha temple. So tomorrow is the Ratha Yatra. So Lord travel from Sri Mandir in Puri to Gundicha Mandir. That is called, Sri Mandir is called Sundaranchal. Nilanchal to Sundaranchal. Like Sri Mandir, Gundicha Mandir is like Vrindavan. From Dwarka to Vrindavan. So Lord likes more of Vrindavan. They are the Brajvasi and the Gopis and the Gopals, everybody. So today is the day is Gundicha Marjan. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he himself in this age of Kali, when there was Ratha Yatra, before one day of Ratha Yatra. Ratha Yatra means car festival, where the Lord Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra Devi, Sudarshan ji, they travel in Rath. Rath, you understand? We saw the Rath. We studied the Rath. Car we studied, isn't it? In the sloka also, there was car, mention of the car. Chariot. It is chariot actually. Chariots. So they travel from the Sri Mandir in Puri to Gundicha Mandir. So the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with his associate, all the associate devotees, they tried to clean the place where Lord will come. Lord will come. And that was the pastime of the Lord. This was the pastime of the Lord. So what in this day also we should, wherever we have kept our Lord, some puja room will be there, some puja place wherever we do puja, that's we should clean. Like Swachh Bharat Abhiyan we do normally. It was not started here. It was a long way. You see here, it is started since time. I mean, very long way. So whatever we are doing, many things you see, everything is we were doing previously also. So there was mopping. They used to, what they did, they first clean with the broom systematically. Then with water they clean. So we have to clean, very clean. Then the hand in mopping the temple of the Lord. So sometime whenever you feel like you are coming here and you feel there is some dust, you can just we have a duster here. You can just wipe that. It is like service to the Lord. His ears in hearing the activities of the Lord. Hearing activities. So we not like Bhagavad Gita also is what we are hearing. Like Lord is speaking to Arjuna. This is also performing activity. Lord is performing some activity. So not like people used to hear only Ras Lila of the Lord. Not like this is also activity of the Lord. Lord is speaking to Arjuna. So we have to engage our ears in hearing the activity of the Lord. his eyes in seeing the transcendental form of the Lord. So our eyes, transcendental form means you see the form of the Lord. This is the form of the Lord. We can see. So it is very good for all of us that you are member of the mess. And so how many times you come to the mess? 3 times, isn't it? So daily in the morning you can come here and you can do your pranam here, and what you can see the Lord. You can pray Lord to the Lord and go to left, so that I can work properly. You can pray, and again you come to lunch. Again you have your prasadam you are having here. Not simple lunch. Prasadam is mercy. You are having lunch here. Again you are having darshan, isn't it? Again you darshan had. Again the dinner also 3 times a day. Very good. Okay, very good. It is very good. So very what you call you can have direct. You can see direct the Lord. You can see the form of the Lord. So he's not the only frame. We doesn't consider him as a frame. He's the Lord himself, but he has come in the form of frame so that we can see him because of his mercy. He has come in this form. And then further, his eyes is seeing the transcendental form of the Lord. And then if you see, like if you are seeing the Lord again, you can remember him, isn't it? If you are hearing and you are seeing something, what we remember? Something we hear. Suppose if we proper decoration, okay, yeah, today the garland is very good, attracting ourselves. Flower are very good, like so many different flower we have. So it will attract our eyes. His eyes in seeing the transcendental form of the Lord. His body in touching the bodies of the devotee. So it means sometimes we hugging. You understand? क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Embarrassing. गले लगना होता है. तो करते हैं ना हम लोग जब एक दूसरे को दोस्त को मिलते हैं. जो डिवोटीज के हम लोग गले लगना चाहिए, आलिंगन होना चाहिए. Yeah, body touching the body of the devotee. His sense of smell in smelling the scent of lotus flower offered to the Lord. Not only lotus flower, also the flower which is offered to the Lord. So that we can also smell. So who is not will eager to smell very good? I mean, if you provide a rose, very good fragrance. Then we have what you call that is tuberose also. Very what you call very good smell, fragrance offered to the Lord. He's strong in testing the tulsi leaf offered at the lotus feet of the Lord. So we can test the tulsi leaf. You're also prasadam also you can test. Very good. Then what you call again? His leg in going to the places of pilgrimage, like sometime it is also very good. Like his great Panda Prem Prabhuji and his team, they organize every year. This year also we have Braj Jatra, November 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You can book your calendars. These 3 days, you plan in such a way. Now 2 days, July, na? This month is July. You have August, September, October. 3 months you have. So you can plan in such a way that you can be free 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You can pray to the Lord also, because my Lord, this is the IARA and here schedules are very tight. Classes, quiz, this, that, this. So please help. I want to go, but these things are happening, and you could please help so that I can go there. I can have the association of devotees there. So our lecture there, what we do parikrama also. So if you are not able to walk, you can have auto rickshaw, and if you are able to walk, then it's like walking. What do you have to do? Walking, and we have kirtan. So here also we're going to the place of pilgrimage and the temple of the Lord. His head in offering obeisance unto the Lord. So see, for our gents, they can offer the sashtang. Sashtang. What do you call sashtang? Ashtang. Yeah, ashtang or idling. But those who are in the female body, they can have sashtang. Sorry, panchang. Like you do. So not like dandavat, full. That is ashtang. Ashtang. So you can do panchang. So here you see, so daily you can do how many times? Actually 6 times. If you see 6 times, like morning you are coming for breakfast, you can pay your obeisance or pranam. Then you had your breakfast. Again while leaving, because it is temple, again you leaving, you can do and go. I have seen many people that do. So very good. Some of the students they do also. They come and pray to the Lord. Very good. Then what else? And his desire in executing the mission of the Lord. His desire means we have many desires, but some desire what we should have. What is the mission of the Lord? Yeah, to make everyone happy, isn't it? To make everyone happy, so, everyone can serve him so that he can be happy, isn't it? Everyone should follow him. How the father will be happy? Huh? One son will be happy. Very good. When son will be happy, then father will be happy. And when we follow whatever he's telling, if you follow him, he'll be happy. If you are obedient to him. Then if the Lord is happy, suppose you want to please the Lord, how you can please the Lord? Yeah, yeah, serving the devotee. And just I want to just extend his what he told. If you can make his son and daughter happy, isn't it? He will be happy or not? हाँ? अगर हम सब उनके son and daughter हैं, अगर if we are making somebody happy, then how one can be happy? We are studying that. If you serve in the previous also, if you remember, yes, I want to make your attention that where we studied, what was our reason for suffering? Just I will read. It is in the verse 6.332. Just I will read. It is written there that the cause of distress of a living entity is forgetfulness of his relationship with God. Then further, and the cause of happiness. See, what is the cause of happiness for the living entity? Is knowing Krishna to be supreme enjoyer of all the activities of human being. It is in 6.32 in the purport, in the first few lines. Then again, the proprietor of the land and planet and the sincerest friend of all living entity. So how the living entity can be happy? If he knows three things. What? He should know that Lord Krishna is the supreme enjoyer of all activity of human being. So whatever activity we are performing, he is the supreme enjoyer of that. Every activity should please him for his purpose only. Then he is the proprietor of whatever we have now. He is the proprietor of everything. And he is the sincerest friend of all living entity. He is ever well-wisher, isn't it? He is giving this knowledge to us so that we can be happy. And what is the reason of distress? Our forgetfulness of his relationship with the Lord. We have relationship with the Lord, so this is the cause of distress. So if you can somehow or other help anybody to establish a relationship with the Lord, then we can be happy, and Lord will also be happy, because Lord also want that his son and daughter will be happy. So as I was studying that, so his mission is what? To make us happy. So by how? By serving him, by reviving our relationship with him. And all these transcendental activities are quite befitting a pure devotee. So like we'll go further to our verse 34. So here Prabhupada is telling that the method is prescribed. So one method is prescribed, that we should chant the holy name. We cannot chant the holy name throughout the day, isn't it? Can we do? That is not good also. We cannot do. We cannot imitate. Like Haridas Thakur was there. He was chanting 3 lakhs names per day. So he can chant that. But we are not in the state. So some time in the throughout the day we should dedicate for chanting. At least some for the beginning, some 10-20 minutes you can spare. You can come here. It is very congenial environment also. Very, favorable also. You can chant from 1 or 2 rounds. So you can come before whatever time it is. There is no bar in that. But what about other throughout day? What we will do? We cannot sit and chant. We have many duties to perform. So like some of the activities what Lord told, we can do that. Like whenever we are coming here, we can obeisance. We can see the Lord. We can see the Lord. And whenever we are studying, also we should study properly, so that it is also service, because other student also, they will see us. They will ask us how we are studying properly. As a scientist also, whatever occupation we are, we should do properly. So if you do that work properly, it will be also service to the Supreme Lord. And what else? One must engage one's mind fully in Krishna. Fully in Krishna. So then further, only then will there remain no other engagement to agitate the mind. So if you are fully engaging your mind, mind and senses, then there is no other engagement. So just to what you call one more verse is right there. Just I will don't want to go more detail in that. I will read that. The senses and the mind require engagement. So the senses and mind, our whatever senses are there, the 5 working senses and 5 knowledge acquiring senses, and also our mind, they need engagement. We should properly engage them. Otherwise, they will disturb you. They will do sinful act. You are not engaging them properly. Whatever has been prescribed by the Shastra, whatever has been prescribed by the devotees of the Supreme Lord. If you are not engaging them, the senses or mind, then they will distract you from your goal. Whatever goal you have, they will distract you. So, but you cannot sit idle, isn't it? No second we can sit idle. Everyone they need engagement. Like many theories, they tell that just don't do that. Like I have my daughter. If you want to make her sit calm, then you have to give something to her. Otherwise, she will not what you call she will roam here and there. If you give something, okay, please come and you sit and you do this. Then she speaks something you are giving. So like that only. So we have to give proper engagement to the mind and senses. Otherwise, they will disturb us. They will distract us. Because that is the nature of our mind. We studied now. The mind is very strong. That is restless. That is flickering means what? They will not always deviating. Always deviating. So how to fix our mind? We should fix our mind by our intelligence. So something has been told to you to do. So you should do that. Otherwise, if you do not do that, your mind will not allow to do. Like sometimes what happened, we postpone some activity. Some activity we try to postpone. But if you try to postpone time and again, the mind will be like will not allow to do. Okay, let me do after 5 days. So we should not deviate our mind from our goal. So today's message what we got, that we need proper engagement. The mind and senses need proper engagement. So engagement means what? According to Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, our intelligence should be so strong, so that that can control our mind, that can direct our minds, and the mind can direct our senses. So the practical aspect what we can do is our chant the holy name. So throughout the day we have 24 hours. So sometime we should find from our schedule, so that we can chant some down of the holy name. And if you better, you can do together. And other activity also, whatever we describe, whenever we find some time, like we can do that. If we find some time, we can read Bhagavad Gita. And whenever we are working, we can work in such a way that you can help in the what you call fulfilling the mission of the Lord, so that other can also be inspired by seeing you, by seeing your activity. So other can be also inspired. So with this, we will complete today's session. And if you have any discussion further to go deeper into the subject, we can have. Yeah, you can say it is a question or just of more in-depth understanding. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can have. पूछो क्या बताओ जो भी आपको।
हरे कृष्ण सर, आपने एक्सप्लेन किया कि हमें जो है माइंड को मतलब इंटेलिजेंस के अंदर रखना है। उसमें भी आपने इंटेलिजेंस की 2 कैटेगरी बताई, एक मटेरियल इंटेलिजेंस और एक स्पिरिचुअल इंटेलिजेंस। तो हमें कैसे पता चलेगा कि क्या मटेरियल इंटेलिजेंस है और क्या स्पिरिचुअल इंटेलिजेंस है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, कभी भी मैं जा रही हूँ, मतलब मुझे मंदिर जाना है या फिर चैंटिंग करना है और मुझे समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं, इस टाइम पे मैं मंदिर नहीं जा करके मैं पढ़ाई कर लेती हूँ। मतलब ये कैसे समझ में आएगा कि ये स्पिरिचुअल इंटेलिजेंस से माइंड कंट्रोल हो रहा है या मटेरियल इंटेलिजेंस से?
Okay. Whatever activity we are doing, whether it is coming from spiritual intelligence or material intelligence, yeah, very good. So as I told that, for us, we have our guide, His Grace Pandapram Prabhuji. So He's our guide. He teaches Bhagavad Gita, and he also help in applying the Bhagavad Gita in our day-to-day life, because he knows our situation. Uh, like if you ask somebody else in the outside, he doesn't know you first of all. So you cannot hear to him. Somebody should know, no? I mean, Ankit he's in now UG second year. He's having so and so courses. His schedule is like this. So if I tell him to come in the morning and chant for some section down, it's not possible for him for the time being. So he can chant with some down, seeing his schedule. Slowly, he will arrange his time. If it is according to the Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, Guru is what? Our spiritual master. And Sadhu is one who is following the Guru and also Shastra. Shastra is the message of the Supreme Lord. So we cannot have direct access to the Shastra. We cannot, because we will misinterpret. It's like it is written here. You should, if you want to control your mind, you should chant the holy name. Then I can come here and start chanting the Lord to control my mind, neglecting my all duty. Not possible. So you should see. So our sadhu is by media. So direct shastra we cannot understand this. So if our sadhu or one who knows us, and he's also following the message of shastra, and if he's telling, then that we can call it up spiritual intelligence. That intelligence is coming from the sadhu and also guru. For us, it is sadhu. More practically, it is sadhu. Shastra also we cannot, because we will misinterpret. We don't have that intelligence to accept or apply the shastra, because there are so many things which is not suitable for us also. So sadhu will tell what is more comfortable to you, not which is impractical to you. Like suppose somebody is not able to get up at 4 o'clock, you cannot force him to get up 4 o'clock. To tell him to get up at 6 o'clock, then 5 o'clock, then 4 o'clock. So this is my understanding, that according to his instruction, according to his suggestion, if you are working, then you can call it a spiritual intelligence. And if you know it is a doubt, if you have any doubt regarding that, whether I am doing it actually it is spiritual intelligence, or according to what has been instructed to me, or it is from our own mind. So what we will do, we'll clarify that. We can ask that. It's not like that we will assume that, okay, he has told me to do, let me do. No. If you have some doubt, you can ask, okay, Prabhuji, I want to do this, but whether I am doing this correctly or not, can you tell? So he will tell you. He's accessible to everybody. And if you can approach me, if I know something, whatever I have heard, I will tell same thing to you. So this is our intelligence. So what is our intelligence? The instruction of the sadhu, instruction of our guide. That is our intelligence. That is spiritual intelligence. So he will tell you by seeing your psychophysical nature. He will tell you, depending upon your job or profile, or he will tell you, okay, you can do, let you do something. So he knows because he is in association. So he knows, he can tell you. This is our spiritual intelligence. So if you act according to him, then you can control. That you can, if you are doing according to that intelligence, then it is very good for our advancement. Any other thing, anything more detail of, some sorts of more discussion, please. बताइए. So the other can also hear.
How to obtain कृष्ण दर्शन रास्ता, मतलब हम लोग कृष्णा के मतलब कृष्णा साथ ही रहते हैं हमेशा, लेकिन फिर भी हम लोग वैसे साथ नहीं रहते, मतलब जैसे हम कृष्णा को देख नहीं पा रहे उतना, मतलब उनका रियल फॉर्म नहीं देख रहे, उनसे उतना मतलब उनकी आवाज नहीं सुन पा रहे, तो हमारे अंदर वो विनय कैसे आएगा कृष्ण से मिलने की इच्छा कैसे?
अच्छा, अटैचमेंट कैसे है भगवान के प्रति?
मिलने की इच्छा कैसे?
अच्छा, तो भगवान के प्रति अटैचमेंट कैसे आएगा? मिलने की. अच्छा, yeah, very good. So we have to develop. So see, like we have been given, for us it is not possible to have what you call direct attachment with the Lord. For the stage now we are in, we have no attachment, isn't it? We don't have attachment. We have attachment to our family member, our friend. We have attachment, but not for the Lord. So we have to hear him. We have to hear about his quality. We heard, na, he's our well-wishing friend. He's our well-wishing friend. A friend who is well-wisher for every time, not for a small moment, every time. And what more time we can do? Like we have been given, this is called sadhana bhakti. Sadhana bhakti means Lord has prescribed us to do something. Like what we have to do, you should chant some round. For a sincere practitioner, he should chant 16 round every day, minimum of. Then you should read Shastra. Shastra is what? His word. His word. We can associate with the Lord with the Shastra. Then your what you call holy name, you can associate with the Lord by chanting the holy name. Because the holy name and the Lord is non-different. So you can associate with him. So if you practice the sadhana bhakti or the rules and regulations that is written in Chaitanya Charitamrita, that साधना भक्ति होते होइले रति रे उदय रति गाढ़ा होइले तारा प्रेम नामक है. We don't have love now, isn't it? भगवान के प्रति हम लोग का प्रेम नहीं है अभी. But what Lord has prescribed, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tell, sadhana bhakti. Sadhana bhakti means what? The rules and regulations, like chanting. If you want, if you have time, little bit, if you have time, I will just go to that very famous thing there. We have, okay, just please, 30 minutes. It is in 12th chapter. So I will read that. It is written that regarding sadhana bhakti, I will tell. To practice the regulatory principle of bhakti yoga, one should, under the guidance of an expert spiritual master, follow certain principle. So now she asked, we don't have attachment to the Lord. So what we should do? Whatever he is prescribed, that is called sadhana bhakti. We have to do some rules and regulations we have to follow. If you follow that, slowly you will develop attachment to the Lord. So I'll read that. So just here. One should write early in the morning. If you don't have, you're telling, no, I don't have attachment to the Lord. We also don't have attachment to the Lord. Not do we have love for the Lord. But what he's prescribing, one should rise early in the morning. So we should rise early in the morning. Take bath. We should take bath, proper bath. Enter the temple. This is our temple. There is our room also. Offer prayer. For prayer, Mangal Arati prayer we have. Mangal Arati prayer. Then prayer and chant Hare Krishna. See that camp, that our chanting camp for our control of mind. So it is the part of sadhana bhakti. Then collect flower to offer to the deity. If you have flower, you can collect. Cook food stuff to offer to the deity. You don't have that provision to cook. Take prasadam. You can take. Any difficulty in taking prasadam? I don't think. Prasadam, no problem. And so on. And so on. We have to do this activity. And whatever we also do. There are various rules and regulations which one should follow. Rules and regulations. I told that. Rules and regulations. And one should constantly hear Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam from pure devotee. So Srila Prabhupada is pure devotee. We are hearing from Prabhupada, not you are hearing from me. Actually, I am just repeating what Prabhupada is telling. This practice can help anyone. Not Sanjana, not Sonika, not Ankit, not me, not from anyone. You take anyone, you bring him. You take anyone. Rise to the level of love of God. You are telling me, I don't have love for the Lord, attachment to the Lord. And then he's sure of his progress into the spiritual kingdom of God. We read that Lord wants us to go back to the Godhead, isn't it? This practice of bhakti yoga under the rules and regulations. Again, Prabhupada is telling, under the rules and regulations. So there are some rules and regulations we have to follow. But you have to follow. How you have to follow? We should tell our intelligence that I have to follow this. If I do not get up early in the morning, I cannot chant the holy name. If I do not take proper bath, then I will feel sleepy. Mind will tell what is the need of. Sare told her, Prabhupada is telling to chant, na? I can sit and chant, but you will feel sleepy. Then Bhakti Yoga under the rules and regulations with the direction of a spiritual master. Again, direction of a spiritual master, not whimsically. Like not getting up early and getting up 3:30 and sleeping throughout day wasted. Not what I told. Spiritual master is a guide. He knows about you. Ankit is having exam, quiz exam. So I cannot tell him to come as I wish. So he will come in such a way whether it's comfortable for him, making his schedule. Will surely bring one to the stage of love of God. You are telling that we don't have love for the Lord, we don't have attachment to the Lord. But if you practice this sadhana bhakti, whatever Lord is telling, then one is sure to develop that attachment. Like the na sadhana bhakti hoite hoile rati means attachment. Rati gadha means something condense. If there is condensed attachment, that is love, isn't it? We are thinking our beloved. Why? Because so much attachment we have. That will be possible. So what is our today's understanding? So we should, in a day, we should find some time if we want to control our mind. We should find to chant the holy name. And other activity, whatever possible, we should do. Our work also should do properly. Our work, and whenever we find, we can read Bhagavad Gita. Whenever you find, we can do some service to the Lord. Whatever is possible according to your schedule and whatever has been directed to you. Like I request Ankit also. Sometimes not many times he comes and decorate very nicely. Decorate the Lord. So he is doing the service. But so not I am alone and I am doing something everything, but together we can do some little service. It's not I can do everything, and why should I do also? Because I am I am depriving you the service. If I do everything, if I can come and put garland, or Ganesh will also come. But why you should deprive Ankit of doing that? He also should be engaged in some service. Everyone should be. So thank you very much for coming, and we pray to the Lord that He may give intelligence and He may give some time to us so that we can chant some round and do the activity whatever He has prescribed. Thank you very much.